Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment Week 1 of the 2017-18 NFL season is finally here, and it is finally time for my Week 1 picks and predictions. But before I get into those, real quick programming notes. Number 1, if you want to go one-on-one with me for my picks for the entire 2017-18 season, head down to my ESPN Pigskin Pick'em Challenge League, where you can select your own winners each and every week, and you can go head-to-head up against me for our weekly picks. And if you finish in the top 3 of the SFE group, you will win a prize. So go down to the description box and join the Pigskin Pick'em Challenge for Sports Fan Entertainment. Prizes will be given to the top 3 participants, but let me tell you right now, you ain't beating me. Number 2, this is a Monday, right? So I'm uploading my Week 1 picks and predictions on a Monday, but after this week, they will be uploaded on Wednesdays. Why am I uploading it on Monday today? Because I want more views, damn it. It's Week 1. Let's go ahead and get this out early and get some more views. I'm gonna be honest with you. So we're talking Week 1 today. I always leave my predicted scores in the description box because I always forget to say them, so look down there for those. But make sure you actually listen to my explanation if you want to know why I have a certain score being the way it is, why I have a certain team winning. We start with the Thursday night football game, the first game of the 2017-18 NFL season, as we have the Kansas City Chiefs traveling to the New England Patriots, and I have the Patriots pretty easily winning this matchup. I think the Chiefs are a playoff team this year, but the Patriots are a great team, and Rob Gronkowski is healthy as of this moment. So when you have Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, and the debut of Brandon Cooks in a New England Patriots uniform in the regular season, good luck stopping that. I think the Patriots win this game and they cover the -9 spread. The Chiefs will be good this year, but with Kareem Hunt, the rookie running back, starting, Tyreek Hill struggling in preseason, you can't expect the Chiefs to win this game yet. We move on to the New York Jets at the Buffalo Bills as we start talking about the Sunday games. Now, the Jets stink, okay? And Jets fans are not going to be happy with me all season because I'm going to keep saying this over and over and over again. Look, you stink, okay? Until otherwise, you stink. Your quarterback stink, your wide receiver stink. You stink. If there's any team on their entire schedule that I think they can beat, it is the Buffalo Bills. I got the Bills winning this game because the Jets just stink too much. McCown sucks. Come on, the wide receivers, Robbie Anderson, Jermaine Kearse, who they just traded for, he's not going to be ready to play this game and to really be a big part of the offense. The one thing that concerns about the Buffalo Bills, though, Tyrod Taylor may not play. I don't care. Jordan Matthews may not play either, but I don't care. You got to give me the Bills. Why? Because the Jets stink. We move on to the second game, the Atlanta Falcons at the Chicago Bears. And this game kind of worries me a bit. The Chicago Bears aren't that bad. I mean, they're pretty bad, but they're not that bad. And their defense is actually quite talented. In Week 1, right now, it's pretty healthy. But offensively, you just can't expect them to score many points right now. Mike Glennon is their starting quarterback, and their best wide receivers are Kendall Wright and Kevin White. Okay, these guys could be out of the league in 2 years. If I told you in 2 years, Kevin White and Kendall Wright are out of the NFL, you're not going to be shocked. Hell, if I told you Mike Glennon's out of the league, you would not be shocked. So I cannot pick the Bears to actually score enough points in this game, but I think they will contain the Falcons a bit. But I got to go with the Super Bowl losing Atlanta Falcons to get it done in Chicago. We move on to the Baltimore Ravens at the Cincinnati Bengals. And this is a tough game. It's an AFC North game, but you have to play it safe to me. You got to pick the home team. Perhaps the Ravens can go on the road. Perhaps they can go to Cincinnati and get it done. But Joe Flacco has missed the entire preseason with a back injury. I think he's going to be a bit rusty. The Bengals haven't looked great in the preseason, but they've looked good enough. They should get it done at home in a typical AFC North matchup, giving the Cincinnati Bengals. We move on to the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cleveland Browns. Now, the Steelers have historically struggled with this kind of game. I remember, I believe 3 years ago, they went, actually, I think they hosted Cleveland and they won 30-27 Week 1. It was a shock that it was even that close, and then they ended up losing to the Cleveland Browns that season as well. I don't see it happening this season. The Browns are starting Deshaun Kaiser, who I like at quarterback, rookie quarterback, second-round pick. but he's going to struggle going against their Steelers defense that's looking better and better by the week. They keep adding to this defense. Just traded for J.J. Wilcox and just signed Joe Hayden, giving the Steelers to pretty much run all over the Cleveland Browns, but Deshaun Kaiser has a decent debut. We move on to the Arizona Cardinals at the Detroit Lions. Now, Lions fans are convinced that I have a certain vendetta against them. Well, guess what? I'm picking the Detroit Lions to win this game, not because I think you're better than the Arizona Cardinals, just because I think you're a little bit worse in this game's at home. And Matthew Stafford tends to play well in these kind of games where the teams are close, he's at home. As long as he's not facing the Packers, he usually gets this kind of game done. Expect a late fourth quarter comeback here, and the Lions getting it done in week 1, similar to how they beat the Indianapolis Colts a couple years ago. Even the Detroit Lions to just barely beat the Cardinals, but would not shock me at all if the Cardinals won this game, because the Cardinals, they're a decent team indeed. We look at the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Houston Texans. Now, don't be surprised, people. The Jaguars might win this game, but I can't pick them to win this game. But the reason I say might, Texans currently have their best wide receiver, DeAndre Hopkins, healthy and ready to go. That's fine. Their second best wide receiver, Will Fuller, he ain't gonna play. So now you're talking about Braxton Miller. I'm not sure if Wendell Williams made the team, but perhaps him at the wide receiver positions. They're not gonna be able to move the football much, and this Jacksonville defense is pretty good. Jalen Ramsey is going to slow down DeAndre Hopkins, and Lamar Miller in a Houston Texans jersey has not been that prolific. I'm expecting a very low-scoring game, but I cannot trust Blake Bortles, who, you guessed it, stinks. I can't trust him to win this game, but I think it's going to be a close game, a low-scoring game, because this Texans offense without Will Fuller right now, Tom Savage starting at quarterback, will they move the ball consistently on this Jaguars defense that last year finished 6th in the league? I don't see it, but give me the Texans to win this game anyway, but it's going to be closer than some people are expecting. We move on to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Miami Dolphins, a game that may not even take place, as we have another hurricane that's about to terrorize the entire country. Hurricane Irma, I believe it is called. Let's assume this game takes place. It's going to be rainy as hell, and as a result, it's going to be a low-scoring game. So who do I trust to pull through? Do I trust Jay Cutler, or do I trust Jameis Winston? I trust Jameis Winston. Now, perhaps the Bucs were underwhelmed without Doug Martin, who's currently suspended, but they're the better team here. I have them being a 10-win team this year. I have the Dolphins being a 6-win team because they're led by Jay Cutler, and because last year, to me, they overstepped their bounds. They shouldn't really have won 10 games at an easy-ass schedule. Give me the Bucs to beat the Dolphins, and it's in Miami, but come on. This is a bus ticket away for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is not the most difficult road game they're going to have this season. Give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Oakland Raiders at the Tennessee Titans. Now, there is this rumor going on in the comments section that I'm a biased man. Well, get ready, because I'm not going to be biased today. I have the Oakland Raiders beating the Tennessee Titans. Now, I'm going to be rooting on the Titans in this game, and I hope that they win. But right now, this defense is not looking great. This secondary is not looking good at all. Our saving grace at the cornerback position, Logan Ryan, he struggled a bit in the preseason. Can we contain Derek Carr, Amari Cooper, Michael Crabtree in this Oakland Raiders offense? I'm not buying it. Our one hope, and it's a pretty damn good hope, is that the returns of DeMarco Murray getting the full workload at running back. I know Derrick Henry's good, but I like Murray more as a prolific running back, a guy that helps your offense put up a lot of points. He has huge plays to his arsenal and whatnot. The return of him, the now additions / returns of Eric Decker and Corey Davis, who did not play in the preseason. Hopefully that just rejuvenates our offense so much we put up 35 points, we win the game. But I just can't go that far. It sounds like Corey Davis is going to be a little bit limited, and this Oakland Raiders offense was firing in the preseason. Derek Carr threw like 4 touchdowns in the preseason, and he only played in 2 games. Okay, so give me the Oakland Raiders to win this game right now. If we face them again in the playoffs, I might change. We move on to the Philadelphia Eagles at the Washington Redskins. Now, I want to pick the Eagles to win this game. I think the Eagles are a better team. I have them being a better team than the Redskins this season. But the Redskins have beaten the Eagles now 5 or 6 straight times. This game is in Washington. Perhaps Washington comes out slow and the Eagles get it done and they start out hot like they did last year, but I gotta go Redskins here because the historical precedence lately is the Redskins beat the Eagles. And in this game being in Washington, I have to stick with that precedence. We move on to the Indianapolis Colts at the LA Rams. No Andrew Luck for this game for the Indianapolis Colts. No pick from me. Although the Colts have been able to win without Andrew Luck in the past, I think Matt Hasselbeck was a better option than Scott Tolzien. Scott Tolzien, you guessed it, stinks. Okay, so I'm not picking the Colts to win anything with this guy. Now, when they end up putting in Jacoby Brissett, whom they traded for a couple days ago from the New England Patriots, we can have a different conversation. But right now, the conversation is Scott Tolzien, and I'd even take Jared Goff over Scott Tolzien because right now the Rams, they've looked up and down in preseason, had a nice game against the Raiders offensively. Todd Gurley was moving, wow, getting over 4 yards a carry, and Jared Goff looked like an NFL quarterback. I think we see something similar here. They don't put up a lot of points, but they show up and they get it done against the Andrew Luck-less Indianapolis Colts. We look at the Seattle Seahawks traveling to the Green Bay Packers. Now, perhaps the Seahawks can get it done, but lately it just looks like the Green Bay Packers have the Seattle Seahawks number. Last matchup, 38-10. The Packers got it done. Matchup before that, 27-17. So that's now 2 straight contests where the Packers won by 10 or more points. These two teams are just the same. I mean, there haven't been major changes to both of these teams. The Seahawks added Sheldon Richardson, and they've changed this on their offensive line, and the Packers have added this defensive player and that defensive player. Come on, they're basically the same teams. It looks like right now Green Bay has Seattle's number, and this matchup is in Green Bay. I must go with Green Bay. But it would not shock me if the Seahawks win this game, similar to how they went to Foxborough last year and beat the Patriots, and no one was really expecting it. I just can't pick it. It's way too risky to pick. We move on to the Carolina Panthers as they travel to the San Francisco 49ers. Now, the past couple of years, the 49ers have this weird thing of showing up in week 1. I don't get it. I don't understand it, but they've been kicking people's ass week 1. They kicked the Rams' ass week 1. It was like 28-0 last year. Year before that, they kicked the Minnesota Vikings' ass, I believe, if I remember correctly. Yes, I do. So perhaps this week 1 magic happens again, but I think this Carolina Panthers offense is ready to start moving. Cam Newton, when he was in the fold preseason week 3, he was looking crisp, he was looking good. Christian McCaffrey, their first round pick, gonna make plays. 49ers can't keep up, but you'll like the performances of rookies Solomon Thomas and Reuben Foster. Give me the Panthers to beat the 49ers. New York Giants at the Dallas Cowboys. Now I have to add like 3 asterisks to this game because the health the players and their health in this game is huge right now. Let's start with Ezekiel Elliott, who actually does not have health issues. He has suspension issues. Okay, if Ezekiel Elliott plays and Odell Beckham does not, give me the Dallas Cowboys. Why? Because I buy into Dak Prescott. With Ezekiel Elliott, I think they can finally get it done and beat the Giants without an Odell Beckham, okay, in Dallas. I'd buy into that. If Ezekiel Elliott does not play and Odell Beckham does not play, give me the Giants, but very reluctantly. It would not shock me at all if Dak Prescott out-dueled Eli Manning and got it done. I think Eli Manning would have the better defense, certainly, and the Giants defense would be able to slow down Dak Prescott to the point to where the Giants could still get it done. But it would come down to a last 4th quarter drive. You can believe that. If both Ezekiel Elliott and Odell Beckham play, give me the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, so there's a lot of asterisks there, but that's the current situation that we have because Odell Beckham has an ankle injury and Ezekiel Elliott may or may not be suspended. But that's the situation that we currently have. So it's about 50-50. Just keep track of that as best you can. But either way, I like a team here to win 21-19. That's my score. We move on to the Monday Night Football games. I love this night. 2 Monday Night Football games that we get to eat. And let me tell you, there's always an upset, and I'll tell you which one it's going to be. We have the New Orleans Saints at the Minnesota Vikings. It's not going to be this one. I understand that Adrian Peterson is returning to the Minnesota Vikings, right? He's returning to Minnesota. He's ready to kick some ass as a part of the New Orleans Saints, and that sounds all great and dandy. But look at the New Orleans Saints right now. Willie Snead, who to me is their 2nd best wide receiver. Some would argue their 3rd. Doesn't matter. He's going to be out for this game, leaving only Michael Thomas and Ted Ginn as the formidable wide receivers for the New Orleans Saints. The Minnesota Vikings have a star, absolute shutdown corner in Xavier Rhodes. This guy is going to slow down Michael Thomas. Now, maybe not to getting nothing, maybe won't shut him down completely, but damn it, he'll slow him down. Okay, no more than 60, maybe 80 receiving yards, okay? It's going to be on Ted Ginn to get it done from there, but the Vikings have a great free safety in Harrison Smith. I don't see this Saints team moving the ball consistently on the Vikings. The Vikings front seven is pretty stacked as well. This Vikings defense should get it done, and the Saints defense, while it is improved, I think the Vikings offense will find its fair share of success. Dalvin Cook running around, beating these Saints linebackers. Give me the Vikings to win this game. And then the final game of the week, we have the Los Angeles Chargers traveling to Denver, facing the Denver Broncos. This is my upset of the week, as I have the LA Chargers traveling to Denver and getting it done. Let me tell you, week one, the Chargers usually come out guns blazing, right? They're healthy. Phillip Rivers is throwing that football around. And I remember a couple years ago, they were facing the Cardinals in a matchup very similar to this, and they really should have won that game, but they did. I think this time that they do. And the Broncos right now, they're not that healthy. Shane Ray, their second best outside linebacker, will not play in this game. Carlos Henderson, their third best wide receiver, will not play in this game, or probably the entire season as well. Seaman will start at quarterback. Demaryius Thomas is banged up. The Chargers are the healthier team right now. Phillip Rivers, healthy. Melvin Gordon, healthy. Jason Verrett, healthy. May not be great, but he's healthy, damn it. Mike Williams, no, but they still have Travis Benjamin and Keenan Allen and etc. I like the LA Chargers to get it done. Joey Bosa and company to pressure Trevor Seaman and the Chargers to go to Denver and get it done. So we look at my guarantees of the week. These are my betting predictions for the week that I'm going to bet on. I give you guys 5 every week, and these are they. We move on to the first one, the New England Patriots minus 8 points. I think they get it done. I think that they covered the spread. They beat the Chiefs pretty easily. Again, Chiefs offense right now, not loving it. Patriots offense, I'm loving it. Give me the Patriots minus 8. Jaguars plus 5. I hate betting on the Jacksonville Jaguars to do anything, but again, I think it's going to be a low-scoring contest between them and the Houston Texans, and Blake Bortles is the master of garbage time. So even if the Texans are down by, let's say, 13 points, perhaps they get a late touchdown and a 2-point conversion to cover the spread, or at least to make it a push. So I'm looking out for that. We move on to the Carolina Panthers. Minus 5.5. I think they beat the 49ers by more than a touchdown. It is the 49ers, and these are the Carolina Panthers that will have a bounce-back season. New Orleans Saints at the Minnesota Vikings. Over-under is currently 48. I think it's under 48. I think the Saints struggle to move the football. And the Vikings, although I think they will have success against the Saints defense, putting up more than 30 for them is a problem, okay, in any given week, no matter what defense they're facing, even with the addition of Dalvin Cook and the returns of Stephon Diggs and hopefully the emergence of Laquan Treadwell. Give me the under 48-point total there. And then we have the final one. I struggled between two, but I settled on the Chargers plus 3.5 because I like the Chargers to win this game. They should at least cover 3.5. Perhaps they choke. Perhaps Melvin Gordon fumbles or Phillip Rivers throws an interception. Regardless, they should finish with at least 3.5 points, so give me the Chargers plus 3.5. But I also have my eye on the Steelers minus 8.5. That one was calling me, but perhaps the Steelers show up a little bit groggy as we start the season, so I'll just forget about that one and go with the 5 that I just mentioned. So there you go. Those are my week 1 picks and predictions. What are yours? Comment down below. Can't wait for this NFL season as my picks. I think they're glorious. I only picked 9 home teams, which scares me a bit, but I think it'll be fine. Hopefully the home team that I did not pick, and the Tennessee Titans actually gets it done. Okay, hopefully that happens. Until next time, this has been MJ Sports Fan Entertainment. By the way, the recaps for this year, I will always recap Tennessee Titans game, and I'll recap any other game that I can, but at least you will get like one big long video where I just give my takeaways on the scores of each game that will probably be uploaded either Sunday afternoon or Monday mornings. So make sure to look out for those, but I'll always recap every single Titans game and any other like national televised game that I watch and I actually have time to recap. So it's a little indefinite, but that's the best I can do this year. Until next time, I'm out. See you all later.